Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is going to be on how to build self-trust. Now, the way that a lack of self-trust can manifest is you're struggling to make decisions, very indecisive, you're feeling stuck in taking action towards something that's important for you. Perhaps it's like something towards your goals, your ambitions, your dreams, procrastinating, just feeling overwhelmed when it comes to like even just general basic tasks. You feel overwhelmed with that. You're feeling really conflicted within yourself. It's like you have different kind of perspectives on how to approach different things, and they both hold a lot of weight, and you can't seem to manage that internal conflict that's going on. It's like there's so many different contradictions occurring within you. You doubt yourself a lot. You hold a lot of skepticism towards yourself and also towards others. You doubt others a lot. You're very skeptical of others. You may be someone who isolates a lot, who's quite kind of withdrawn from other people, likes to keep people from a distance, perhaps emotionally unavailable. If it's not like physical distance, it's emotional distance. You struggle to open up to people, be vulnerable, connect, whatever there may be. There may be so many different ways that a lack of self-trust can manifest. And in this video today, I'm just going to share with you how you can work through it, just some of the kind of general realizations that can really help you move forward through this, and perhaps some solutions on where to go from here for you to build more self-trust and confidence within yourself. Now, think of the parts of you that don't trust you as parts of you that are actually trying to protect you. So there are parts there that are trying to protect you from being betrayed, abandoned, rejected, judged, failing. And the reason why they're trying to protect you from all these things is because going through these things can be quite overwhelming and painful. So essentially, these parts of you are trying to protect you from feeling this pain. So what these parts of us will do is they actually kind of sabotage, they keep us blocked off, they keep other parts of us suppressed, they make us procrastinate, because by doing this, it's preventing other parts of us from taking action on certain things, whether it be connecting with someone in a loving romantic relationship and being vulnerable for that, or pursuing some type of career, or like speaking your truth, setting a boundary, or whatever it is. These parts of us try and restrict and prevent and sabotage that because they don't trust that the outcome of that is going to be good. It may lead to abandonment, rejection, betrayal, failing, and ultimately some sense of feeling unworthy and not good enough. And the reason why these parts of you may be quite alive within your system is because they have a lot of evidence to back up their claim that that is what is going to happen, and they're going off past experiences. So there may be a lot of memory that you're holding on to within your nervous system, within your soma, within your subconscious, that is placing value on you not trusting yourself. Because hey, the last time we tried to connect with someone and be vulnerable and speak our truth and pursue something that's meaningful to us, our career, you did fail last time. You did get judged. You did get abandoned, you did get rejected, you did get betrayed. So, we're going off all that evidence to prevent you from taking action in that experience. And we don't trust that there's going to be a positive experience through it, because in the past, there wasn't positive experiences. There was overwhelming experiences, overwhelming pain that you couldn't process at that time. And we are here to protect you from experiencing that overwhelm. Because the thing with overwhelming pain, it's not like you're just experiencing pain and then you process it and then you kind of move on. The pain stays within you because at that time in your life, you didn't have the faculty, the capacity, and the support around you to be able to process it. And that's what we call a wound, that's what we call a trauma. Whereas if we are to kind of go through experiences like that and we do process that and resolve it within our bodies and move on from it, there won't be so much fear. There won't be so much distrust in our ability to move forward with new things in our life and continue to be open to, let's say, receiving love or trying again and failing again, and that's okay, or speaking our truth and kind of dealing with being rejected or people disagreeing with us or people around us getting hurt. We're able to process that because we have processed things like that in the past, and we have evidence to suggest like, hey, we can go through these painful experiences because we have gone through them in the past, and it's okay because we have the tools, we have the support around us. We are worthy, we are good enough, it's okay. This pain may only be temporary, but you can release it from your body and everything's going to be okay. But these parts of us that don't trust us, they weren't essentially guided on how to do that. We didn't go through that process. So within our nervous system, within our memory, each one of these painful experiences led to something overwhelming, and therefore placing the value of us not wanting to go through it again. So they create this internalized sense of doubt and skepticism towards ourselves, and stuckness and procrastination and a block to prevent us from doing these things because they don't trust us. And where can this all stem from? Well, it can stem from so many different places, but essentially all these past decisions that you did make towards things that led to you being overwhelmed and getting hurt, that these parts of you are using as evidence to suggest like, hey, don't do these things, we don't trust you. It's all programming that's based off what you were taught or what what was familiar to you, what was most known due to the circumstances that you're in, mainly in your early developmental years. These are the years where you learn how to meet your basic human needs and how to give and receive love. And a lot of the decisions that you probably made that led to you feeling overwhelmed and getting hurt were probably some kind of decision that you took as a way to try and have some kind of basic human need met, whether it was to be seen, heard, validated, feel safe, feel secure, and some way that you were trying to give and receive love, because we're human beings, we want to give and receive love. It's very natural to us, and in our early developmental years, this is where we learn how to give and receive love. And perhaps we may have learnt it in a way that wasn't authentic for us, but it's the way that we had to learn it at that time as a way to survive and feel a sense of belonging and feel like we are worthy and we are good enough and we are loved. So this often leads to a deep sense of self-betrayal that we had in those early developmental years, where we may have had to have shaped and remolded and kind of fragment parts of us and suppress parts of us so that we can feel loved and accepted and feel this sense of belonging. Therefore, the parts of us that have been exiled and fragmented and cast away, they're the ones that have felt like they have been betrayed and they can't trust us. So it's like the parts of us that are trying to protect us from being hurt because of how they were taught to have their basic human needs, they don't trust us. But then the parts of us that those protectors have pushed away because of, hey, we need to feel loved and accepted, they also don't trust us. So think of it as like you got different parts of you that may be more adult or teenager-like, but you've also got inner children, younger childlike parts of you that don't trust you too. So the path of re-establishing self-trust really comes from understanding these protective parts of you, why they're doing, what their intentions are, and where they learnt what they learnt, where they learnt it from and who they learnt it from, and then going through a process where you can unburden them from these roles, you can heal them, you can bring them into a place where they don't have to keep protecting you in this way because they can trust you. And this is what shadow work is all about. So if you're struggling to trust yourself, I cannot recommend enough the process of actually going through this in an embodied and meaningful way where it feels real for you, where you actually feel this deep sense of trust for you. It's not just some like positive affirmation you're trying to tell yourself and convince yourself in your head, like, I can trust myself. And then also allowing those parts of you that may feel really kind of distant from you, that have been cut away and exiled and orphaned and pushed away in the shadow, those parts of you, bringing them into the light and building a connection with them, a connection of compassion, connectedness, healing, connecting to them with courage so that you can retrieve them and bring them into a place of wholeness where they feel back at home, and they feel like they're a part of your heart. They don't feel like they're kind of disconnected from your heart, so that they can trust you and you can trust them again, and it all just kind of becomes one again, and therefore your intuition can switch back on, and all these different parts of you and voices that are so contradictory toward each other, they can all kind of be integrated and one, and you can approach these different decisions in your life with more wholeness and trusting yourself that everything's going to be okay, because you're going to know how to process it if it's not okay, and approaching these sort of decisions that you want to make not from these different parts of you that are trying to protect you from past things happening again, still acknowledging them and being able to discern what's what, but also asking them to give you space, and then coming forward to these challenges in your life, or these important decisions and tasks and ambitions that you have from yourself. from your authentic self, from your true self, not from these like adaptive responses that you had to take up as a way to feel a sense of belonging in your early developmental years. So if this resonates with you, if you feel the call to go through this integrative process, then May 21st, I'm running the next intake of Shadow Mastery. It's a 12-week shadow integration process. Every week we focus on a different aspect of shadow integration, going through it in a step-by-step process so that it is an authentic form of healing. You're not spiritual bypassing. It's not overwhelming for your nervous system as well. And you're really able to feel the changes as you're going through the process and learn the tools each week that you're going to need to know as a way to continue implementing these changes for you after the process. Put some information about that below. Click on it. You can check it out. And if you're keen to explore a bit more about shadow work on a more one-on-one level and you're feeling like being more courageous and taking some more action, book in a call with me now. I'm offering like a free 20-minute consultation. Link is below for that, and I'll connect with you there. Hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting more content about this up that's going to be super helpful for you. Be sure to like this video and comment below if you resonated with it or if you have any questions. Sending you all much love, everybody. Peace and take care.